Hello and good evening. I'm Steve Eager. First on Fox 4 News at 5:30 tonight. A judge sentenced a man to 20 years in prison for stalking a girl and shooting and wounding the girl's father. Part of the evidence includes all of the tattoos the stalker and shooter Gabriel Ramirez has on him with the girl's name. Ramirez shot the dad when he told him to stop stalking his daughter. Fox 4's Natalie Solis was in court for the sentencing this afternoon. She's back in our newsroom. Natalie.
Well, Steve, Gabriel Ramirez didn't have much of a reaction when the judge sentenced him to the maximum allowed on the assault charge. It almost seemed like a foregone conclusion that the penalty would be stiff, especially after Ramirez took the stand in his own defense. His testimony confusing and contradictory at times, and then there were all those tattoos, which pretty much spoke for themselves.
That T on your arm is for Trejo.
It could stand for a lot of things.
23-year-old Gabriel Ramirez evasive when answering questions about the 11 tattoos on his neck, chest, and arms, all with Cristina Trejo's name. She was just 13 years old when Ramirez admits he started stalking her. She's now 17. Both lived in the Bonton neighborhood of South Dallas. He claimed to not know the significance of the numbers, clearly etched all over his own body, which we blurred. He told the judge he only learned it was Cristina's birth date when he was indicted.
I went to try to open the door.
Cristina's father, Antonio Trejo, testified through a translator. He told Ramirez to leave his daughter alone, but Ramirez wouldn't stop. June 6, 2013, Ramirez went to the family's home and shot Antonio 3 times at close range. In court, pictures of bullet holes in the front door.
Well, right away when he arrived, he started firing.
Antonio fell face down, Ramirez firing a third and final shot in his back. Ramirez pled guilty, said he didn't remember much from that day.
My memory is a little blurred.
But clearly remembered the laundry list of hard drugs he'd taken before opening fire.
I took heroin, cocaine, weed, with a little PCP in it, bars, Xanax bars.
Even after he was jailed for the shooting, Ramirez continued to write Cristina and her parents letters.
But she's very scared. She didn't want to be here.
Cristina did not testify, but was there as Ramirez was sentenced. Prosecutors say the family finally has some relief, with Ramirez going to prison.
This is probably one of the more severe stalking cases that's come across this court. It's certainly the worst I've seen in my career.
Well, the Trejo family did not want to speak to media after the verdict, but did appear relieved. Ramirez says he said from the stand that he was sorry and asked the court for a second chance. Clearly, the judge did not think that was a good idea. Steve?
All right, Natalie, Ramirez, he was sentenced to 20 years. He'll be eligible for parole. Usually, you got to serve about 50% of that. Is that still the case?
That's correct. He's already served a year, so he will be eligible for parole in 9 years. The prosecutor, when we spoke to him after the verdict, said that the Trejo family will continue to be involved in this case, and they will do what they can to make sure that Ramirez stays behind bars for the full 20. Steve?
All right, Natalie Solis in our Dallas newsroom. Thank you.